Hi, I'm Bill the Geek, broadcasting not live from Mazatlan, Mexico. This is the Bill Dallas Lewis channel, and we make videos about the joys of living in Mexico. This video is all about safety in Mexico. If you come down here, will you be safe? Are you thinking about moving to Mexico or visiting Mexico, and you tell friends and relatives, I'm gonna move to Mexico, I'm visiting Mexico, and they say, you're gonna get killed. You're gonna get kidnapped. They'll cut your head off and we'll never see you again. Have you heard that? I bet you have. So in this video, I've lived here for 18 years and I'm gonna talk about my personal experience with safety in Mexico. In the 18 years I've lived here, I'm gonna share with you what it's been like to be safe, but also I'm going to share with you 5 experiences of crime that I have encountered. Let's start off with me saying Mexico is totally safe, and I think it's safer than the United States. Where I'm standing right now, I'm standing on the rooftop of the building where I live, and there are like 600 people that rent units here. Most, I'm going to say 99% of the people that rent here are above the age of 65. I'm going to say 98% are above the age of 70. These people walk everywhere, they take the bus everywhere, they go to restaurants together, they go to bars to listen to music all day long. They just have fun every day. I've never heard one person complain about any type of crime in their experience in Mexico, and many of these people have been coming down from Canada to Mexico every year for about 15 years. I lived in Puerto Vallarta for 10 years and I only experienced crime one time in 10 years. I lived in Guadalajara for 4 years, lived in Chapala, Ajijic, and now I'm going to talk about the crimes that I did experience. In Puerto Vallarta, I did experience 2 crimes, nothing that happened with me, but with people that I knew. One couple that I knew from the state of Washington bought a beautiful home up on a mountain right near Centro in Puerto Vallarta. It was gorgeous. They paid $300,000 for the house. This was about 10 years ago. But it was in an impoverished neighborhood. They had furnished a place with all types of expensive furniture and art, and the place was wonderful. They decided to leave and go back to Washington for 6 months, and that's what they did. When they came back, all their stuff was gone. That's kind of funny, right? All their neighbors knew they were leaving, and even their car was gone. But that's kind of silly, right? If you're gonna buy a home and leave for 6 months, have someone stay in your home, even if they stay there for free, and then you won't have any problems. Crime number 2 in Puerto Vallarta happened to my landlords. I had an apartment upstairs for them. They had an apartment downstairs. Their place was like a Marriott hotel, and my apartment was also. My landlords had a friend come to town from Kentucky, and he was a bar freak. So he went to the bar, picked up some people at the bar. He wanted to have some fun with them back at the apartment, brought them back, and all the doors were open. He didn't know who these people were. Once all the partying was over at the end of the night, they figured out that a couple of laptops were missing and some other things. Well, think about that. You're going down to the bar area and bringing people back that you've never met before, and everybody's drinking. You have no clue who is who, and then you've got laptops and expensive stuff laying out for them to just grab. That could pretty much happen anywhere, don't you think? I experienced 4 murders. When I lived in Chapala, in a gated community, I would walk 4 miles every morning. I'd leave the house around 6 o'clock in the morning. One Saturday morning, very early, at 2 o'clock in the morning, I heard gunshots. Bam, bam, bam. I thought when I was sleeping it could have been firecrackers. I said, no, firecrackers don't sound like that. I had a regular route, And the route that I would take, I would leave the gated community and then I would walk into downtown Chapala. So about 3 blocks from the gate, from where I lived, I got to 3 blocks and it was all blocked off. All the police were there. The police had guns. They wouldn't let me walk through the area. Ends up that 2 o'clock in the morning sound of guns was 4 teenagers who were shot to death. The thing about Mexico is neighbors talk, neighbors find things out, and what the neighbors found out is that the teenagers were trying to buy drugs from the narcos, and they said something offensive to the narcos, and the narcos just killed them right on the spot. Here's the last piece of crime that I ran into, and this was also in Puerto Vallarta. I had a friend named Catherine. Catherine was about 55 years old. She was from Illinois, moved to Los Angeles, became a Playboy bunny. She actually used to stay in Hugh Hefner's house. As friends, we went out a couple of times, just had some dinners and stuff like that. Very nice lady. Then Catherine disappeared. She lived in a 4-bedroom apartment. She was a realtor in Puerto Vallarta. No one ever saw her again. That's all I know. So those are the things that I've run into, but that's been in 18 years. That's like 4 or 5 things that happened in an 18-year period. People walk around where I am right now safe every day. Puerto Vallarta was safe every day. Guadalajara was safe every day. I'm shooting this video in April of 2023. This week, a person walked into an elementary school in, I think it was Nashville, Kentucky, killed 3 children, a janitor, a school teacher, and the principal of the school. He had 2 AR-15s and a pistol and whatever. This happens all the time in the United States. We don't have guns down here in Mexico. The only people that have guns down here is narcos. And narcos don't bother you as long as you're not selling drugs or trying to get into their business. I looked up homicide rates. What are the top 10 reasons for child deaths in the United States for children between the ages of 0 and 14. The stats from the year 2021 say that the number 4 cause of death for youth in the United States is homicide. In Mexico, the same statistic for youth deaths, homicide is number 10. That's for the year 2021. In the United States, the 5th cause of death for youth in the United States is suicide. In Mexico, suicide does not show up on the top 10 causes of death for youth. Mexico is a very happy, loving place, and there are just wonderful people living down here. Nobody has guns. You go to Walmart, you don't have to worry about somebody pulling out an AK-47 and blowing you away because they don't like your t-shirt. So is Mexico safe? I'm going to say that Mexico is much safer than the United States for sure. Just come on down, just watch your back. Don't go out and get drunk till 2 o'clock in the morning. If you go somewhere, go with somebody, but all these senior citizens that live where I live, they just go out and walk around all day and they have a wonderful time. So thanks for sharing this time with us. If you know somebody that's scared if you know someone who is scared to come down here, click the share button. Send them this video. If you like this video, click the like button. And we have many more videos to come, so click that subscribe button. I'm Bill the Geek. This is the Bill Dallas Lewis channel, and we'll see you in the next video.